So I'm walking. I get attacked by a goose. And I see something big flying towards me. At first I'm like, oh hey, you know, because animals do love me and shit. You know? And I'm like, okay, hey. Listen to my music. In my zone. I'm in the zone. Next thing you know, this big thing, I'm thinking like, oh hey, like hey to you too. And then it just stops. I'm like, okay, and I keep walking. And then I kind of see it moving, so I'm like, walk the other way. I walk the other way. And I guess his little girlfriend or whatever, his woman was nurturing, nesting, whatever they call that shit. I was nowhere near that thing. That thing came and fucking almost knocked my head off my shoulders. But I got the message. I got the message loud and clear. See, when you're in tune with yourself, you know, I'm not scared of animals or anything. I didn't run. I just went the other way. I didn't trip. That shit was heavy on my damn head. Let's just say that. But not paying attention, Jazz. Not paying attention. Not paying attention. Not paying attention. They have to back there. The cat right there. No coincidences. But yeah, the things you think of when you see synchronicities and whatnot, especially when you're not higher thought, nothing is wrong. So some people might be like, oh, I got attacked by a bird, or, you know, I got pulled back into this matrix because of yada, 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 yada. No, you're never wrong. Without getting too deep into it, because people are like, what you mean never wrong? What you mean there's no right or wrong? What I mean is things aren't perfect. Things are still going to happen. It's your perspective of it. It's your perception of these things that determines if it's good or wrong, good or bad. So maybe on the mundane level that should exist, but when you are, you know, the real you dwells inside the body. So the body roams, and a lot of people are just the body only and the brain. So when you are awakened, or when the vessel is awakened to the soul, because the soul is there, it's just the body is like keeping it hostage or captured. The souls are locked within these vessels. That's why people glow or shine, or when women have babies, they're glowing when you're really supposed to be glowing all the time. With that being said, I was having certain thoughts. You know, people say time don't exist, and things like we're too extreme, even in this spirituality thing. Too extreme. Lighten up a little. People say, oh, you were spiritual, but you did that. Oh my God, you have feelings? How can you have feelings and you're spiritual? Like, bitch, ain't I in a human vessel? It's natural, it's gonna happen. Like, I posted this a couple times on my page where people, in this book, The Black Man is God, right? And people want to bring race. Oh, why are you gonna bring race? Look, it's not about race. It's about showing our brothers and sisters why your ass was quote unquote oppressed on the 3D level anyway, you know. But once you realize it, you rise to the next damn dimension and you keep going up. At a certain point, you're not oppressed anymore. So what I was saying is the whole purpose is not to get caught up in certain things. Don't get caught up in race. It's just learn about it. Like, once you realize who you are, like on your physical level, what your vessel is capable of, then you'll be like, okay, I see why they did what they did. I see it. I get it. You know? I'm jumping all over the place. So I'm in my higher thought, and the Black God book or whatever, it says some of the gods were envious of some of the humans. Some of the guys show emotion and things like that. And that's why I had the Silver Surfer profile picture for the longest. The Black Silver Surfer. There's no coincidences. The author of that version, we share the same last name. And not to say the last name isn't common, but it's not as common as you will see out here. and I know what I am. You know, I can't convince nobody that's okay, because I'm living in this body. I'm living. You know, you have people that say, well, you're too emotional and you're this and you're that. I can't make them see me. I can't make them understand my vibration. They either feel it or they don't. And that's the thing. Some people, they'll feel it and they'll appreciate it and they want to be around you. Some don't want to be around you. They're just hating because they weren't able to do it. Others, they want to, you know, they might not necessarily like, or they may like it and they want to hang around you, either way it go, just to steal your energy. And I run into that a lot. A lot of people, you know, they try to cater to you and stuff, and, you know, like, blow your head up. And when they get you, they don't reciprocate. They don't, you know, I'm like, whatever. So, you know, I'm just thinking on things, you know, time, all that shit. You know, I'm above it, but we still have to be practical sometimes, you know, like, I can be in my space on the inside, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making sense, where everything is tuned out, where I'm out and about and doing whatever, but it doesn't seem like that. The reality is different. It seems like I'm in a different realm, if that makes sense. So I'm just thinking in terms of like the choices and things I made in my life, not to feel bad on them. And we always think these things, at least I have, but they're more refined now. And I'm not, you shouldn't get upset with yourself, because if you see yourself repeating certain things, are you growing through it? That's what it is. Some people go through these things and don't realize it, therefore they're in hell. Life ain't going my way, this and that, and yada, yada, yada. And I don't like people like that, and people who make excuses because they don't see how much power they got. And I'm like, you can easily cut this headache out, you know, by cutting this friend out. Like, when people say, I know what I gotta do to be happier, and they'll tell me, I'm like, okay, so do it then. And I'm seeing you 2 weeks later, 2 months later, 2 years later, and you still complain about the same shit. You gotta get away from me. I can't deal with you. Certain family members, all of that. I can't hang with you. If I was very depressed years ago, and we talking about all this stuff, yada yada, good, okay? Years later, you still on the same shit, and then I'm like, damn, I've grown. And that's what they mean by, you know, being in the lion's den or whatever. I mean, it's different shit to this, but you're still gonna come across shit. And when I first woke up or whatever, those things used to irritate me, and I used to be so upset, like, why are y'all in my space? Why are y'all not like this? Why aren't y'all perfect? You know, but now I have more understanding, so I'm not reacting negatively. So when things come across my path, and if they're not on the same match as me, it's okay. I'm not gonna stoop to my level by getting mad at it. I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm gonna fly high, you know. I just took things too personally when it came to like family and things like that, because it's like, you should know better. It's like, you should do better. You don't want to see people suffer. So I'm sitting here thinking and talking to myself, and I'm in the highest thought. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You know. I'm in my height. I'm in there. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, it's no coincidence with this bird and then the whole thing. You know, us women and whatnot. See, people wanted these spiritual babies, what I like to call them, because they're immature. The pre-ejaculation spiritual babies, or whatever you want to call them. Timing is an illusion and this and that. And they want to tell you stuff. And it's like, I get that, because our true essence is the soul or whatever, you know. And at the same time, we're here, right? We're here for this experience. I don't have to abide by nothing, but as an automatic response, physical aspects of me abide by things, if that makes sense. And I might not do it in the way that the masses do it, but to a degree, you know, my vessel will still age. It's not going to age like the masses, you know, who are under certain programming, but it's still going to age, you know. I still have a brain, you know. I still will need to make plans. I still have to feed myself. For right now, I still have to work, you know what I'm saying? So I was looking at things differently, and like, oh, fuck the system, fuck this, fuck that, my own business. That was the right mindset to an extent, but I had too much hate in my heart. So as I kept evolving, I'm like, okay, maybe you was right and you was wrong. Well, really neither. Yeah, fuck the damn system. So what you gonna do about it? I came up with that. But it's useless if you don't implement it. So I started implementing it, but it's useless when you don't have full faith or want to take that full step and fall off the ledge. No ledge. Knowledge. When you fall off that ledge, free fall and just do the shit. So like now I'm looking at things where I'm at now. I'm looking at things, it's like, damn, Jazz, even just last year you thought all these things was hard, and they're so easy now. Like I done took the hardest losses, and I'm not complaining or nothing about them. I'm just in the free flow. So it was no mistake how I'm thinking about certain things. And, you know, naturally, it's like I feel like the human side of me, you know, she's wanting certain things out of life, and she's okay with where she's at. And that bird came and did that shit. I was... It's like I got it. You know, there's a spirit that moves everything, whether you are consciously aware of it or not. When I tell people that, there is 3 sides to every story, okay? There is, people think they're just the body. You can't tell somebody, oh, I'm a God. They're gonna be like, how blasphemous. They're not gonna see that because they don't see it within themselves. You can't tell them that. What does God look like? People always wanna praise things outside of themselves. They wanna, oh, it's this character, it's that character. They're just representations. And my thing is, if you haven't seen them with your physical eyes, they ain't real to me, okay? I don't think I know this real is me. What's on the inside? Can't put too much stake in all this other shit. Like, that's why the world is the way, like, people laugh when people like John Lennon and all them saying, oh, all the world needs is love. Don't shoot the messenger talking about myself, and don't shoot the messenger talking about him. You know, oh, Illuminati, this and that. Look, because you got to understand, God is love. And it's not the love that y'all think it is, that they taught you it was. You know what I'm saying? And some people be confused. You talking about darkness and this and that. I'm not going to try to explain that to you. I'm not right or wrong. Everything is everything. And I'm blessed to have this information. What's up with fuckers today? You did not have to drive in that straight line. Almost there. You could have drove around. You know what I'm saying? And this is exactly what I'm talking about. So, you know, we're in times now where you can drive clear. Like, I'm talking about your vessel. There's a car right there, but you can be clear cut and, you know what I'm saying, like, follow the line. But sometimes you can, like, speed up a little if you want to. Run that yellow light, you know, or whatever. But then again, nigga was just stupid. Because he's still stupid. But guess what? I'm not mad. I'm just saying you stupid. I'm not saying it with my heart. That's the difference. He easily could have just came to the damn strap my damn message. But anyway, yeah, nature. So there's a spirit that moves everything. We are multi-dimensional. You can say that and people still wouldn't get it. Like, in the most literal sense, you are not your body. Like, your body is its own entity. So you're like different personalities or beings merged into one, learning to live in harmony. And yeah, I say fuck time and all this other stuff, whatever. But guess what? If I want to continue living, and the shit, the way the shit has fallen, right? But right now in this moment, I'm not going to deprive myself. If I'm hungry or need to make moves or whatever, get up and work. But instead of being so extreme, like, fuck the system, this shit is falling anyway. Meanwhile, you looking stupid because you're being too extreme in your spiritual practices. So, that's, I'm not going to get into that, but you truly need nothing outside of yourself, man. Truly, you do not. There's a spirit that moves everything, and everything is one in the grand scheme of things, but there are certain levels to certain shit. So from where I'm speaking, you know, I'm above a lot. I'm still under a lot. But it doesn't matter because pressure makes diamonds. And I'm multifaceted. I guess I'll leave it there. That's all I want to say. Peace.